Welcome to Daily Papers, the podcast where we break down interesting new research papers so you don't have to. Today, we're talking about a future we've all been promised, AI assistants that can actually use the internet for us. You know, you tell your phone, find me the cheapest blue kayak online, and it just does it.
Exactly. But if you've ever tried to get an AI to do something even slightly complex on a website, you know we're not quite there yet. The AI might start clicking around, get confused by a pop-up ad, and then give up. It's frustrating.
It is. And the core of the problem, according to a new paper from Salesforce AI Research, is that these AI agents are often very brittle.
Brittle? What do you mean by that? Like they're emotionally fragile?
Not quite. In software, brittle means it breaks easily. Current web agents work by trying to copy human actions step by step. They're programmed to think, okay, first click the little white box at the top of the screen, then type the word kayak, then move the mouse over to the button that says sort.
I see the problem. If a website designer decides to move that search box or change the color of the sort button, the whole sequence breaks. The AI is totally lost.
Precisely. It's like telling someone how to get to the store with directions like, take 52 steps forward, turn left to 90 degrees, take another 200 steps. If there's a new lamppost in the way, they'll walk right into it.
Whereas a human would just look for the street signs and the big store logo. We don't think in tiny specific steps. We think in terms of goals and tools. We see a search bar and we know that's the tool for searching. We see a filter menu and think that's the tool for narrowing down my options.
And that is the exact insight behind this paper. It's called WALT, Web Agents That Learn Tools. And the name is a perfect summary.
WALT. I like it. So how does WALT work? How do you teach an AI to see a search bar as a tool instead of just a box to click?
Instead of just copying a sequence of clicks, WALT does something clever. It explores a website first to learn what tools the website itself offers. It basically reverse engineers the site's functions.
What does reverse engineering mean here? Is it like taking apart a radio to see how it works?
That's a great analogy. WALT interacts with the search bar, for example, and watches what happens. It might notice that when you search for kayaks, the website's URL changes from something like classifieds.com to classifieds.com/search query equals kayaks.
So it realizes it doesn't even need to click and type in the box. It can just go directly to that URL to perform a search. That seems way more reliable. The URL structure of a website probably changes a lot less often than its visual design.
Exactly. WALT takes this knowledge and creates a powerful high-level tool. So instead of a fragile 8-step process of clicking, hovering, scrolling, and typing to find the cheapest blue kayak, the agent can now use a single, robust command. Something simple like search.query equals blue kayak. Category equals boats, sort by equals price.
That's a huge leap. It's the difference between giving step-by-step directions and just handing someone a map. The AI can now focus on the big picture plan, like first search, then sort, then find the color blue, instead of getting bogged down in the mechanics of how to click on what.
Right. The paper explains that this shifts the computational burden. Instead of making the large language model, the AI's brain, reason about every single tiny interaction, it lets it think at a higher level. The detailed work is handled by these reliable tools that WALT has created.
So the big question is, does it actually work better? What were the results when they tested WALT?
They tested it on some standard AI agent benchmarks. Think of them as digital obstacle courses for AIs, called Visual Web Arena and Web Arena. And the results were pretty dramatic. WALT achieved state-of-the-art success rates, meaning it successfully completed its tasks far more often than previous methods.
So it was more successful. Was it also faster?
Yes, and more efficient, because it was using these powerful single-step tools instead of long sequences of clicks. It completed the tasks in significantly fewer steps. So it's not just more reliable, it's also quicker.
That's incredible. It feels like such a simple, common-sense idea in retrospect. Don't try to perfectly copy the slow, clumsy way humans interact with a mouse and keyboard. Instead, copy the smart, efficient way our brains think about using a website's features.
It really is. It's about working with the structure of the web, not against it. Websites are already designed with inbuilt tools for humans to use. Search, filter, sort, post, delete. WALT is the first system that effectively learns to use those tools directly.
So what does this mean for the future? Is my dream of an AI that can book my vacation finally within reach?
This is a really promising step in that direction. By creating agents that are less brittle and more efficient, the WALT framework makes the idea of a truly capable, autonomous web assistant much more realistic. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach the problem.
So to sum it up, current web AIs are fragile because they try to mimic our clicks. The WALT system teaches them to be smarter by discovering and using the built-in tools a website offers, making them more like a human who understands what a search bar is for.
That's the perfect summary. It trades brittle, step-by-step actions for robust, tool-based operations.
A fascinating approach that seems to be paying off. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Papers.